In this section of the lesson, we're going to talk about the limitations of doing digital missionary work. And it's a very important lesson. If I were a digital missionary leader, I would make sure that all of my digital missionaries know this, because the last thing you want happening is that one of your digital missionaries gets so excited about digital missionary work, they go out there and they start writing posts to all of these groups. So they pick like 50 groups, they post all of those groups at the same time, and they start inviting all these people in Messenger, and they start wanting to promote the word of God to everybody, and all of a sudden Facebook blocks them and locks them out. And they get a call and say, I've been locked out of Facebook, and they panic because it's now their reputation. So if you can abide by these guidelines we're going to share with you, it will help them have a great experience and not get locked out of Facebook. Now, the other thing to know is if they're genuinely doing it for the right reason and helping people out as they should be, this will not happen. They're not going to be spray and pray, but they're going to be able to little by little incrementally improve. So here are some limitations we're going to go over on this presentation. There's 13 of them, and make sure to ask your digital missionaries to abide by these. And if you're a digital missionary, please abide by them. We don't want you getting locked out of Facebook and blocked, because the more times you get blocked, the longer that period of waiting happens. And last thing you want to do is get kicked out of Facebook completely. So please abide by these. Number one, don't make posts at the same time. So if you're writing a post, your profile into 5 groups, don't do it all at the same time. Wait a few minutes between each post. Number one, don't post the same piece of content to all the groups. But if you're going to post to them, wait a few minutes. So post your profile, wait a few minutes, post to the next group, wait a few minutes, post to the next group. What Facebook does is they have a lot of people moderating, but they try to automate that, and they create rules in their software that says, oh, you just posted 5 groups at a time, you're probably a spammer. So what we're going to do is we're going to block you. So by waiting a few minutes between posts, you'll be able to remove that issue. The second one is creating original content. Please create original content, because if you take an article that was written and you copy that, or you create a photo that you found on Google and you copy that and you post it, there's a chance that other people may have used that image and has marked it as spam. And when that's the case, what Facebook will do is they'll say, oh, this image has been posted 50 times. It's not original content, and it's spam. So who posted it is most likely a spammer as well. So what you want to make sure you do is create original content. Don't copy it from Google. Don't copy it from other places. Post your own. Write your own text, and you'll most likely not, you won't get blocked because of this. So don't pick content because that may be associated with spam, and don't become a spam associated person. Also, it's just best practice. If you're in 6 groups, I know it's harder and it's going to limit you, but try to write original content for each of those 6 groups. You're in there to serve, and that content is going to be if I'm a part of the 6 groups that you are, and I see you posting different content in each one of them, I'm going to have greater respect for you than if I see you in my feed with like 6 posts that are all the same, totally lose respect for you. And I'm going to be like, oh my goodness, let me defriend this guy, because every day I get 6 posts that look the same, and I don't want that in my feed. Step 3, make it personal. Social networks kind of know, and they'll track if you try to do something over and over again. So if you go through, and it says that you're in a group of 500 people, and you go in and add all of those and message each one of them the same thing, well, Facebook can say, oh, same text, same person, and then 1 minute apart for inviting each one of them, they're going to block you and say, don't do that. So if you're going to invite someone or message someone, make it a personal invite. I know it's a lot harder to make invites personal, and if you have to do it for 500 people, That's a lot of time. But remember, like Christ, you're ministering to the individual. You're not a robot. Robot ministering is not going to get you anywhere. But teaching one by one gets you further and providing value. So make it all personal. It's okay if it takes time, but that time is going to pay off in dividends because you're teaching the soul, and you need just individual souls to come unto Christ. And little by little, those souls will acknowledge what the change you had and impact you had in their lives, or that Christ had in their lives, that you were an instrument in. And they're going to share it with their friends. And that viral effect of them sharing and them helping and you helping them, that is what you want to receive, not you hitting 1,000 people at once. I get asked about this a lot. I want to be a digital missionary, and I want to create my own page, and I'm going to create my fake name, and I'm going to participate with people under a fake name or my business name. Don't do it. You're going to get blocked. Facebook wants everybody to have a personal account and use their real name. It is against Facebook rules, against the policy of the network, against the policy of many networks out there, and they make it hard for you to not use your name. So just, abide by the rules of the land, day one. Plus, who wants to become a friend with a fake person? That just doesn't work that way. They want to become friends with real people. Next one is only one Facebook account, right? Focus on one Facebook account, applies the same process. Don't have multiple Facebook accounts. You'll get blocked very fast with multiple Facebook accounts. Don't act like a spammer. Connect with people and let them recognize it's you. Don't go out there connecting with hundreds of people. Make it genuine. Don't message to sell. Build relationships. If you're promoting things and you're just trying to sell, you know what? People can go to your profile and click the spam button. And if enough people do that, Facebook's going to block you. They're going to make your rankings go down. It's just not going to be pretty, especially if you're going out there and trying to spam on other church pages that aren't yours. Those people are going to quickly mark you spam. And if you are involved with groups around the world or in your neighborhood, and they just start seeing you posting, come to church, they're going to block you. If you're posting to help people and you've built a relationship, they won't do that. So don't promote your cause, help people out. Don't get marked as spam. If you start getting marked as spam, that's going to hurt your relationship on Facebook, and they're going to take that into account every time you post. The other interesting part here is if you have a group and you have a lot of friends that are spammers, kick them out, right? Block them. Don't become their friends. Don't accept spammer friends. What I've done is, as I started participating in these large groups and I build a following, I'm very cautious of who I accept as a friend, because if they're spammers and you accept them as a friend, Facebook dings you on that one. So make sure you don't have a lot of spammer friends or spammers in your page or in your group, because it will just make it look bad. Don't act like a robot. Control the speed of how you comment, how you post. If you're posting at the same time and commenting right after, everything looks like it's programmatic, even though it may not be. Facebook's going to mark you as a spammer. So you want to be able to be real, right? As if you had a schedule, as if you were working real life and you're like, oh, I post here and there and I comment here and there. Now, if you're having a true engagement, if you follow natural processes, you won't get hurt. If you're trying to say, every time of this day, I'm going to post, I'm going to hit 5 comments a day, and it's like really robotic, Facebook's going to look at it, and because it's an algorithm or a computer equation in the back end that's analyzing you, and they're just looking for same thing, and then boom, you're marked spam. Don't post too much. At max, go 5 to 6 posts a day, but don't go over that, or else they're going to mark you as spammer. Provide information about you in the profile. So in your profile page, be genuine. Give your location, fill out your profile so people can see you're real. And Facebook will take that, and because they have a lot of people trying to do fake accounts, that if they don't fill out all the information, they're going to be like, oh, it's probably a spammer. But if you have some and it's permanent and it's been there for a while, they'll feel like your profile's real. The other thing is, if you post the same link over and over and over and over again, they'll consider it spam. So one good thing is if you could use link shorteners and post every link with a link shortener, that gives you a different link for every post you make, and Facebook will consider that real and less spammy. So these are 13 lessons, I think it's 13 principles that you should abide by. And if you do those, you will be less likely to almost no likelihood of being considered a spammer and of being locked out of Facebook or any other social network, because they're about the same in these rules. Some of them may not care on the amount of posts you make, but they look for, and they're all robots programmed to make the lives easier of the moderators to manage these social networks. So abide by these rules. It's a law of the land. Don't infringe them. Okay, our next one and the final one for this section is how to organize your digital ministry. And that will be a really good one, is how to be able to go after all of these groups and share the gospel of Jesus Christ with other people.